Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news. As Browns fans, we've seen our fair share of ups and downs over the past few seasons. But what's happening now, especially with our star pass rusher Myles Garrett, is something that really makes you think about the resilience of this team and the mental toughness that's required to push through the tough times. Garrett, who's been a cornerstone of the Browns' defense for years, has been reflecting on the frustration that comes with a season like 2025. And honestly, it's hard not to feel the weight of it all. Sometimes it almost seems like Garrett has reached a level of Zen acceptance, not that he likes losing or that he's okay with it, but because he understands that in football, there's a natural order of things, a cycle of ups and downs. And right now, the Browns are stuck in a frustrating streak of bizarre losses, even against teams that most of us would have thought we'd handle easily. Just last Sunday, facing a Jets team that was struggling mightily at 1-7, the Browns found themselves in a game that was a microcosm of this entire season, full of contradictions. We held Jets quarterback Justin Fields to just 54 passing yards, outgained them in total yards 278 to 169, and limited them to only 12 first downs while racking up 23 of our own. On paper, it looked like a game we should have dominated, right? But then, the Jets, in typical fashion for their season, scored touchdowns on special teams, once on a kick return and once on a punt return. That's the kind of bizarre, frustrating thing that keeps fans on edge. It's tough to accept that a team can play well on defense but still find ways to lose, especially against a team that's clearly struggling. Now, amid the chaos, that question keeps lingering: who should be our starting quarterback? Dillon Gabriel has been leading the offense, but there's been chatter about whether Shedeur Sanders might get some snaps soon. It's been a hot topic among Browns fans, and honestly, it's a question that's going to hover around us for a while. Myles Garrett was asked about it, and at first he kind of dodged the question or pretended not to hear it. That's typical for a guy like him, focused, straightforward, not one to get caught up in the noise. But what's clear is that Garrett isn't worried about the quarterback controversy. Instead, he's laser-focused on what this team can control, namely, the defense and limiting the points and first downs we give up. Garrett made it pretty clear. "Quarterback direction has nothing to do with me," he said. "I am worried about the defense and us giving up the points we did and the first downs that we did. Who we stick with at quarterback is up to Kevin." That's someone who understands that as a leader, you've got to keep your eyes on what you can influence, not the distractions. And that's exactly the mentality the Browns need right now. It's about rallying around each other, no matter who's under center, and focusing on playing the best football we can. What Garrett is more concerned about, though, is how this team responds to defeat, how they handle the frustration. Because let's be honest, this season has been a roller coaster, and coming out of the bye week and losing to a team like the Jets, who are well below 500, has to sting. But Garrett's message is clear: don't point fingers. Frustration is part of the game, but dwelling on blame doesn't help. Instead, he's urging his teammates to try your best not to point fingers, to focus on what they can do better and to keep pushing forward. Be part of the solution, he says. That's the kind of leadership we need, especially now when everything feels a little chaotic. And chaos is exactly what we're facing. The Browns are in a tough spot. To get back into playoff contention, they'd need to run off 7 straight wins just to get above 500. That's a tall order for any team, especially one still figuring things out offensively and defensively. Whether it's Gabriel or Sanders leading the charge, it's clear that consistency and execution are the keys, something we haven't seen enough of this season. But Garrett, as a veteran leader, is trying to pass on his mental resilience, his zen-like calm, to his teammates. He's trying to get everyone to give their best effort in the present, regardless of what happened in the past or what the future holds. He's not about giving in or quitting, not after everything he's been through. "I don't care how they feel," Garrett said when asked if he worries about his teammates feeling defeated. "You gotta suit up. There's still an opportunity, there's still a chance. We still have 8 more games. You never know what's going to happen. I'm going to make sure there is no quit in this team. I haven't seen it before, and it's not gonna happen now. I'm going to make sure everybody mans up and stays focused on the task at hand." That's the kind of attitude Browns fans love to see: mental toughness, grit, and a refusal to accept defeat. Garrett is putting his stamp on this team, making sure that no matter how ugly the season gets, they keep fighting. Now let's talk a little about the bigger picture. This season has been a roller coaster, but it's also a test of character. The Browns have faced adversity before, and while this year might seem tougher than most, it's also an opportunity. An opportunity for young players to step up, for coaches to adjust, and for the entire team to find that extra gear. Garrett's leadership is vital here, not just for his pass-rushing prowess, though he's still a beast on the field, but for his mindset. His ability to stay calm in the storm, to keep pushing his teammates, is what could turn this season around, or at least help them finish strong. We've seen flashes of the Browns' potential this year. The defense, anchored by Garrett, continues to be a bright spot, even when the offense struggles to find its rhythm. Gabriel has shown promise, and Sanders' development is an intriguing subplot. But the harsh reality is that Cleveland's playoff hopes are hanging by a thread. Still, Garrett's message is clear: never give up. There's still a chance, and the Browns have to seize it, no matter how slim it might seem. That's what true Browns spirit is all about: fighting until the final whistle, believing in the process, and trusting that with enough effort, something good can come out of even the darkest days. As we look ahead, it's all about staying united. The schedule doesn't get easier, but that's when leadership and resilience matter the most. Garrett's words resonate: no quit, no pointing fingers, just a relentless focus on improvement. Browns fans, we've been through it all before. We know that seasons can turn on a dime, especially when you have the kind of leadership we have in Garrett. And while this season has tested our patience, it's also a reminder of the grit that makes Browns fans so special. We're a passionate, resilient bunch, and we believe in our team through the good times and the bad. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Keep the faith, keep supporting this team, and let's hope that the best is yet to come. Because if there's one thing Browns fans know how to do, it's to never give up, to keep fighting, and to always believe in the possibility of a brighter tomorrow.